I really wanted to move Coraline, but I would feel bad, so she's just gonna stay there for the video. Hello everyone. It has definitely been a hot minute. It has been a while. I have had so many things going on. I have been so incredibly busy, which I guess is a good thing. And clearly we are in a new little area. This is another temporary area because here soon, actually next week, I'm actually getting my little studio set up. So then I'll have a permanent like little area to make content and film and all of that type of stuff. So that's pretty exciting. After how long have we had all these different backgrounds and all of that? And right now I don't have anywhere to put my ring light, so I'm just using my desk lamp. So that is why the lighting is all funky. But again, that is going to completely change this time next week. I did have a poll on my Instagram for this video for coming back and everything. The choices were what I'm using to make my candles and what I use for all my resin pieces. Before we get into that, for those of you who don't know, I am opening a Etsy shop small business type thing. It's gonna have resin, candles, like body care, like whipped body butter. It's gonna have animal products. It's going to have so many different things, and I am actually so excited. And speaking of that, I actually am hosting a giveaway at this current time, and it is going to end next Tuesday, January 19th, and the winner is going to be announced the 20th, which is the next or that following Wednesday. If you would like any information on how to enter, what the prizes are and everything, it is on my TikTok page and my business Instagram. Both are in the description down below if you want to go and check those out and enter into the giveaway. Since everyone wanted to see what I use for all of my resin stuff, that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you the type of resin that I'm using, even though I am changing it. Right now I'm using two different resins for two different things, but I am going to be changing it. I'm on the hunt for a resin that I actually like, but for now this is what I'm using because I know how it works. For resin wise, for starting out, which is I think is the pretty much beginner resin for anyone that is doing resin, it's the Amazing Clear Cast. It has both parts. It has the resin and the hardener. That is my main resin. That is what I use to make all of the things that I'm selling for, all the customs, or the actual product itself. The second resin that I'm currently using, I actually tried it out because I wanted it to be my new resin for everything, but it just didn't work out. And I was very upset about it because it had a lot of really good reviews and everything, and there were absolutely no bubbles at all, and it was so clear, but it doesn't cure all the way. Like, everything's flimsy, and yes, all of the measurements are correct, but they're just way too flimsy. And that is the resin by Dr. Crafty. It did come with the resin and hardener. These are a little bit smaller bottles than the other ones, but this is what I'm using for my little sample squares for all of the coloring and pigments and everything. I just didn't want to waste it because it's resin. Resin's expensive. I did get a refund on it, but I also don't want it to just sit there or me just throw it out. I actually almost forgot before I dive any deeper into the actual like resin things, measuring cups and pigments and inks and all of that. Wear a mask. Wear a mask. Please do it. Respirator masks are going to be the best for you. I also recommend using goggles and gloves. And I really stress this, don't think you're invincible with all of that. I would know I got sick from it. From making a bunch of Christmas gifts. All my Christmas gifts were somehow resin based, and I was working with the resin for 2 days straight, and I ended up making myself sick because I didn't have the proper mask cover and I wasn't using gloves and that's me. That is on me. I already know I'm not smart for doing that. Do not do that. So we already covered the resin, and now I'm going to cover like all the measuring things. My absolute favorite, I guess, piece equipment for measuring the resin out is going to be these silicone measuring cups. I also mix in these. I put everything in these for the resin, but they are silicones. They are reusable, and you can just let the resin dry and peel it right out. I also use these plastic ones, and I use baby wipes to clean out the resin right after I use it, because if it dries to these cups then you can't reuse them anymore, or if you can, or if you do, it's just not going to be accurate without a scale. And then I also use just these little mini ones too. These are for smaller projects obviously, but I have a ton of these. I actually got a big thing of them from Hobby Lobby for I think like 13 bucks, but it comes with a bunch of these cups and then a ton of the little baby small ones. You are also going to need popsicle sticks. This is what I use to put like the glitter and the pigments into the resin in the mixing cup, and this is also what I use to mix it. I also like to keep little pipettes handy because I do have dice molds, and if there's any small pieces or small molds that I need to fill, like parts of it, I could just have these little pipettes that I can squeeze the resin into and use it that way. I also keep toothpicks with me at my desk at all times if somehow I get a hair in it or something, because like it happens, like things float around in the air. I will use a popsicle, or not a popsicle stick, I'll use a toothpick and I will just scoop it right out. This is also what I use if I want to do any type of marble effect. I will just dip these in the ink and then just swirl it through. And then I mentioned earlier baby wipes. I always have baby wipes with me because they do clean out the cups amazingly. Like this is what's going to get out the most. And if you end up getting resin on you, you can wipe it off really fast with these. As for coloring and everything, I use glitter. I get them from either Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I use alcohol inks. I got these off of Amazon. Those come in a pack of 20 with multiple different bottles of white. I also use little pigment powders. These are micas, and I got this from Michael's. They came in a pack of 12. Micas are expensive though. These were $32, I believe, for these little tiny things in a pack of 12. So they are pretty expensive. And then I got these bigger things of mica powders from Michael's. Since a lot of my pieces right now are keychain type things, I got a container of keychain hardware, and this is from Amazon. It comes with 500, I believe. Just kidding, that's very false, 150. It comes with little hooks for you to drill into your resin pieces. And then the pieces come just like this. I end up taking the ring off and just using the ring and then putting this part away for something else, because these little pieces right here, these little circles, are actually too small to fit all my resin pieces, just personally. And that's just how I do it. The pieces that I make already have like a little loop for the ring, so I just use the ring. But these are pretty much on there for these, so you can just hook those on there, and that way you'll have like your little dangly on your keychain. Mold wise, I mainly get my molds from Amazon, but I also do get them from Etsy. I've only gotten a couple from Etsy. Both places have a bunch of different options. Like you can't really find a lot of the things on Amazon that you can find on Etsy, but Amazon obviously has quicker shipping if you have Amazon Prime. So that's what I primarily use, unless there's obviously something I really want from Etsy. If anyone wants me to go into more detail of all the molds that I do have, also let me know. I did forget to mention this need for resin. It's a little spray bottle with alcohol in it. I swear by this. I will not do resin without this. So I use this for after all the resin is in the mold and everything. I let the resin in the mold sit for about 5 minutes. You will see the bubbles will start rising to the surface. Give it a little spritz with the alcohol and it'll pop the bubbles that rose to the surface. As for other things that I put inside the resin, this is a sheet of gold flakes. I am trying not to make a mess everywhere, but I got this from Hobby Lobby. And then my favorite part of things that I have received from my resin, I got this pack of a bunch of transparent resin stickers. So we have like fish, there's like lily pads, petals. We have these bigger sheets with like holographic pieces. We have butterfly wings. There's a lot of stuff in this. And I also got this from a pack from Amazon. And like, these are, it's a giant stack. It came in this little pack. It is also by the brand Let's Resin. So this is a brand that I see a lot for resin things on Amazon. But it came in this little pack, and it also comes with some of this like color changing, like shift color changing stuff. This is really thick. And then it comes with some letters, and it comes with some holographic cellophane, which I absolutely love. I also have these like really bright holographic stars. snake skin. This is real snake skin. I have dried flowers, or these are like dried rose petals. These are Himalayan pink rock salt. They are a little too thick to put in a lot of pieces, but I can always figure out a way to break them down. But I keep these saved in case there's anything I want to put these in for resin. I have letter beads for dog tags. I do have dog tag molds. And I can also cast Polaroids. So I have all these Polaroids that I set aside that I can cast in for frames and things like that. I can also do it with paper. It'll just obviously be a little bit more transparent, but I can do it with paper. I've actually made a pretty cool piece with the coffin mold and a piece of paper in there for the bottom, and it was a Christmas present from my brother and he absolutely adored it, but it was pretty cool. And before I forget, I also have pliers to put the rings on the keychains. I have a couple different brushes for pigments if I do want to brush the pigment into the mold instead of mixing it into the resin, which it probably looks scary, but this is my mini drill, my little handheld drill. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It comes with quite a few different tips, including like buffers. There's multiple tips of drill bits. There's a lot of stuff in here. I think it was like 30 bucks from Hobby Lobby or something like that. The only problem with this is that it doesn't really have a drill bit that's small enough for resin pieces to put that little keychain piece in. So I have to find little pieces for that, which actually shouldn't be difficult. But that's where I got this. So it's like a little mini hand drill for like resin pieces, or if I want to, it has like little sander pieces on here. So if I need to sand little sections, I can do that too. That is all the stuff that I do use for resin though. Like I said, I can make a video of my different kinds of molds. I can do a lot of different things with this. I'm soon going to be posting videos of me actually doing some of these resin pieces, but I need to get a desk clip for that to put my phone up since I film with my phone. I can do a video showing the different pieces that I have made. The options are endless. So just let me know whatever you want to see. Let me know if you have any questions, and I can always see if I can film a video with your questions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.